The Scarlet Ammannia, one of nearly 100 known at-risk plant species in Ontario, is endangered. This means it is facing imminent extinction or extirpation. Here, on Pelee Island, is one of only a few remaining sites in southwestern Ontario where it still occurs. Scarlet Ammannia, Latin name Ammannia robusta, is a member of the loosestrife family. It grows up to 1 meter high. Stems are smooth, and plants may branch, with the lowest pair growing almost as long as the main stem. They have long, narrow leaves and produce tiny, lavender-colored flowers. Kayla Salive has been monitoring Ammannia populations on the island as part of a graduate degree in conservation biology.
This is one of my study sites. I look at for Ammannia robusta. It's a species at risk here in southwestern Ontario. So this is one of the sites where it's been previously recorded. So we come out here and I look for the plant usually between May and September.
This site is one where Kayla found Ammannia in previous years. So she is here today to see if any have come up this year. But finding this plant can be challenging because it is an annual, meaning that each year the plant has to regrow from seed. If habitat conditions are not right for germination, those seeds could lie dormant for several years.
It was a 2-year study. I came out and I looked in fields where it had been reported, and I also looked in habitats that seemed kind of similar to see if we could find anything. Especially Ammannia being an annual species, we found it sometimes this year, not the next year. We found it 1,000 the year before and then not the following year. So all we know is that a commonality between the sites is that they're usually submerged early in the year, and then Ammannia is able to establish when the water recedes in the summer.
The preferred habitats for Scarlet Ammannia are mudflats, sand beaches, and the edges of wetlands and ponds that are seasonally flooded. They do well in habitat that is generally submerged early in the year. Then, when water levels recede later in the summer, the plants emerge.
So we know that it does require the water, that it does seem to be very forgiving. Like the one time we actually found it in a soybean, growing in with soybeans, just right before they had been sprayed.
There are fewer than 5 locations in Ontario where the Scarlet Ammannia is still to be found. These plants, like many species at risk, are threatened by habitat loss and alteration. Sometimes this is due to natural processes, where woody plants take over the habitat and shade out the plants below. For Ammannia, it is often due to incompatible water level management. But a more insidious threat is the spread of invasive species.
So Phragmites australis, the European breed, is a major threat to Ammannia. It causes reduction in Ammannia robusta populations by competing for resources such as nutrients, light, and water.
On Pelee Island, the Scarlet Ammannia population has a good chance of survival through the actions of various conservation agencies that control invasive species and rehabilitate habitat for many at-risk species.
A lot of the work that NCC does around here is just like providing better habitat for Ammannia. So even this location here actually is a property that was it's a man-made pond that was built in 2015. So, and now Ammannia is here. So it kind of just, I think all of these naturalizations are just only beneficial for species at risk, especially Ammannia.
Protecting and recovering species at risk and their habitats is a key part of conserving Ontario's biodiversity. No matter where you live, you can help save a species.